First things first with eyeshadow primer. Most of the time I start my makeup with foundation, but with this specific look, I tend to have a lot of glitter and even black eyeshadow fallout all over my cheeks. So it just looks a lot cleaner when I can cover it up afterwards. All over the lid, I like to apply glitter with my ring finger. With an angled eyeshadow brush, I take the black eyeshadow and apply it to my crease just above the glitter. And just a little bit under the outer corner of my eye. With that trusty ring finger, I'm smudging the edges to make it look more smoky. Step 3, eyeliner. This eyeliner has actually been my go-to for a while now, because it's got a more flexible tip than a lot of other felt tip eyeliners, and I just feel like I have a lot more control. I do have to say it's much harder to do your eyeliner in a phone camera than a mirror, so my wing definitely could be better, but it works regardless. Keep your top liner sharp, but then smudge the bottom corner to smoke it up some. Number 4 is eyelash primer. Apply to both top and bottom lashes. Close this scary contraption onto your lashes for roughly 20 seconds. But let's be honest, who times it? Follow up with mascara to hopefully lock in that curl, and repeat on the other side. Sort of back to eyeshadow for a bit, but if you put highlight on the inside corner, it brightens your eyes and also helps make you look a little more awake. While I'm at it, I like to put the same shade of highlight above the black eyeshadow on the brow bone. During the highlight process, you just covered up the eyeliner, so touch it up real quick. For attaching false eyelashes, I like to use Duo brush-on adhesive. Paint it onto the lash line and let it dry until the iridescent color is almost gone. If you use a white lash glue, wait until it's transparent. But if you use a black glue, you'll have to see if it's tacky by touching it periodically. I'm somewhat picky about my lash choice. I really don't like heavy lashes, so I always go for a thin band. I remember wearing ones with a thick band one time and it made me actually feel tired because of the added weight to my eyes. You saw how tacky that glue was when I made my mistake there? That's what you want. When you re-wear eyelashes as many times as I do, you start to get some glue buildup. So when there's a lot, you can use tweezers to remove the excess. Just be careful not to rip the band itself. I've done that a lot. For brows, I like to use Sephora's double-sided brow brush. It has a thin, angled brow brush on one side and a spoolie on the other. I start by using the spoolie on the hairs, and then I use my clear gel to make them stay the way that I brushed them. I get a small amount of the Dip Brow Pomade onto my angled brush and use the lid to shape the brush to as much of a point that I can, and I start just underneath the arch to use more product toward the end of my brows. The goal here is to fill any gaps between your natural hairs. When you need more, there's plenty left on the lid. And when I'm done with the color, I top it off with another clear coat. Repeat on the other side to make them sisters and not twins. Now let's move on to the face, and I like to start with primer and apply all over with your fingertips. Step 9, foundation. My face when I'm at the end of my Estee Lauder foundation. With a damp makeup sponge, you'll want to get some product and bounce the sponge onto your skin to blend. Personally, I also like to cover up any volcanic activity on my face. I try to go around my Monroe as much as possible, but if I get foundation on it, it comes right off with my finger, so it's all good. With concealer, you'll want to highlight your face where the light naturally hits it. Remember to apply going up on the cheeks, down on the nose, across on the chin and forehead, in addition to any problem spots. Using the same beauty sponge, bounce away your war paint. Next step is contour, which the label has rubbed off of. As you can imagine, this is the counterpart to highlight, so you're accentuating the shadows of your cheeks. For this, I use my angled face brush to bring out my cheekbones, make my forehead look a little smaller, and I pinch my brush so I can do the same to my nose. Here, I'm wiping off the excess product so that I can blend out the harsh lines. And before I forget, I will accentuate my jawline in the same technique. Next, with a round face brush, apply blush to the apples of the cheeks. That's the part of your cheeks that raise when you smile. After blush, I like to add a light iridescent gold glow over the top of it, and then I follow through over the eyebrow in a C shape. I also like to sweep it over the tip and the bridge of the nose and on the forehead. Lips are what come next, and as you can tell by my face, this is not my favorite lip product I've ever tried. I'm still on the search for my perfect red matte lip, so if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. I start by lining my top lip and then blot them together to get it on the bottom lip as well. Apply more as desired and blend out any harsh lines with your finger. This maneuver is to ensure that you don't get any lipstick transfer onto your teeth. With red, that can be a little terrifying. When you have achieved your desired color, this certain product has a clear coat to go over it to prevent flaking and make it more matte. The final step is to set your makeup to help it stay in place longer, even if you sweat or go out in the rain. Shake well and spray at least 5 inches away from your face. And voila, all done! I hope you enjoyed my stage makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.